Hi, all. Welcome to Diversified Finance. So let's have a quick look at the Bitcoin price action. It's been a while. I could not make a video sometime. But I mean, having said that, Bitcoin hasn't done much for the past 3, 4 weeks. If you look at for the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks, Bitcoin is just been sitting around 19K or so, right? I mean, in between 80 to 20K. So it hasn't done much. But let's look at this overall picture, right? Let me take you back to November 2021. Yeah, October, late October 2021. If you go back, as you remember, somewhere here, like when Bitcoin used to be around like 68, 9K. Do you remember what people were saying? Like, if you look at YouTube, like any social media, everyone was expecting 100,000 Bitcoin, right? And lots of people got in at that time around 60 to 67 mark, 65 to 67 mark, expecting a lot higher prices. But what happened? What happened, right? I mean, most of the people, right? Majority people were expecting, majority of the people were expecting to see a lot higher prices, up to like 100K or so. But it did not happen, right? So this is what I believe. We are here like somewhere near 19K, and it's the exact opposite of what happened last year in November, late October, right? So everyone was expecting 100K Bitcoin and beyond. It did not happen. And right now, everyone was expecting 10K, 14K, 12K Bitcoin, and I have a feeling like it might not happen right now. There could be a possibility it might go back up to 30K or even 40K or even like a bit higher, and then we might see a bigger correction back down to maybe 15 to 12K to retail. But looking at right now, given that the market sentiment is way too bearish, everyone is expecting 12K, 14K Bitcoin. Normally, what Bitcoin does when everyone expects something, Bitcoin actually might not go there, right? It'll do the exact opposite, and it will probably pump back up, and it'll make a lot of people uh, FOMO into Bitcoin at 25K, 30K. This is the most like highly likely scenario that I would expect that we would see in the future. But having said that, I could still be wrong right now. I would still believe the bottom is in. I mentioned this in previous videos. And if you are a long-term investor, right, you don't need to worry about any of this, right? You just accumulate right now DC dollar cost average for long term, right? Having said that, none of this financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. So let's say you buy Bitcoin at 19K. Let's say hypothetically, let's say worst case scenario happens and it drops to like 12K. Let's say another 40% drop. But looking at the past, right, it's not gonna stay there for too long. In a matter of weeks, it'll probably get back up to 19K and probably go back a lot higher. And that's one reason why I believe the bottom is in, and then I'm expecting higher prices for Bitcoin in the coming few months, right? It could spread all the way up to April, May, right? And then we might see a bigger drop in May. This could happen. But it doesn't mean like I'm expecting Bitcoin to go beyond 70K up like 90K or something or 100K right now. But given that the over bearishness sentiment in the market right now, I expect Bitcoin to have a bit of a pump towards 30 to 40K also. If that happens, if you buy right now, right, and not when I say buy, it's not that you go all in. If you DCA in right now, when Bitcoin pumps, you can sell, right, and they take some profit and have some USDC set aside in case if it comes back down to retest 15 to 12K, also 10K, then you have enough firepower to get back in. So be prepared for anything. Right now, it's 50-50, but there's higher probability for Bitcoin to go a lot higher than it goes lower, right? Look at this. Like we are already down from 70K to about 19K. We are already down 75%, right? So another like 30-40% from here, right? Let's say it drops to like 14K, right? even if that happens, it will recover in few weeks. Same scenario what happened over here, right? Bitcoin was sitting around like 6K for so long, and then it dropped to about 3K. So there's a 50% correction, but in matter of weeks, right, it just recovered and then got back higher, and then we had a COVID dump, and then we went up to like 65K, 69K. So even though it looks so bearish, like too bearishness, if it's way too bearish, that could be a bullish sign, right? That's what we're seeing right now. So over here, people are way too bullish, that could be a bearish sign. So we have seen the outcome if price went down. So the complete opposite would be way too bearishness makes probably Bitcoin go up higher, right? That's what I believe. Probably go up higher. That's what I and that's reason number one. And the other reason is we can have a look at Dixie, right? So this is this Dixie chart, and as you can see, it's showing bit of weakness, right? So I want to see it breaks below like 110 area, and then probably comes back to like retest 109. If it breaks that, then we have like 105 to about like 104. So if Dixie drops to like 105, 106 area, 107, below 107, that'll be really good for Bitcoin. I will see lot higher prices, right? So this is I'm carefully keeping an eye on the Dixie chart. Any bearishness on Dixie, will positively will be correlated to Bitcoin price and the share market as a whole. And the other reason is it seems like Federal Reserve going to meet on 2nd of November, and they're going to increase interest rates. It seems like most people are expecting Federal Reserve to increase interest rate by 75 basis points. So I have a feeling they might not do that, because this is too quick, and economy can't take it. Even in UK, we've seen their um, bond market is having a lot of issues, a lot of issues like liquidity issues. So it could be the same scenario. I heard that they're saying that it's the same scenario in US. So in US, bond market is having a lot of issues like liquidity issues. So have a feeling, even though 95% of 95% chance there will be a 75% rate hike, there could be like a 50 or 25. If they do like a 25, or if they say as a whole we're not gonna do much in November, man, we'll see like Bitcoin pump and traditional market pump like lot higher. So if that happens, be ready, be in the market. So the whole point is don't go all in like right now expecting lot high prices. Or in the other way, don't stay back, do not invest anything at all, expecting lot lower prices, right? Because it's 50-50 still, right? And then if it goes up, if you're not in, you're gonna miss out, right? We don't want to be in that position. So I'm ready right now. If it drops, I'm gonna keep on accumulating for my long-term portfolio. If it goes up, I'm already in, like no, it's 50, 60, 70, 80% in. If it goes up, I'll just sell at the top and take some money out and keep it aside just in case if it comes back down to reaccumulate. So this is what I'm doing right now. And I mentioned this in my previous videos like many times. And okay, so altcoins, yeah. So mainly my main focus is altcoin right now, for Bitcoin right now. So make sure 50 to 60% of your portfolio in Bitcoin, 30% in Ethereum, and then the other 10 to 20% you can play with altcoins. A lot of altcoins not looking at the moment because Bitcoin is not showing any strength. So when that happens, altcoin tend to go on perform really well. Like because Bitcoin is the leader. Like when you see Bitcoin pumps and it consolidates, then we'll see there's more money coming into the market, and then because of that we'll see Ethereum, large cap, mid cap, small cap, micro cap will pump as a whole. When Bitcoin is showing a lot of weakness, we're not going to see that. So that's what we're going through right now. And I just want to look at this one altcoin. This is a altcoin that we bought last year. We will discuss about this and have a look at this chart, right? I mean, it's been very strong, right? It did not go through this. for quant, it wasn't a bear market, right? It dropped to like $40, and then from 40 to 230, it pumped. So it's a massive pump from the bottom, say from here to about. So it pumped like 5x, right? From $40 to 230 or so. So I mean, this is one of the special ones. Like, we've seen back in 2018 bear market, Link used to be quite similar to what for quant. There are some coins, ONT used to be one of them during the bear market in 2017. We have seen Link and ONT outperform all the altcoins, even Bitcoin. And this one managed to outperform Bitcoin and Ethereum and almost the whole crypto market. So this is something we discussed. I bought some in, I kept on accumulating, and so it's looking good. But right now, if you look at the RSI, it's kind of like going into overbought territory. So it's a good time for someone to take some profit, or you can sell some and use that money to accumulate Bitcoin. At the end of the day, we want to have more Bitcoin in our portfolio. So if you had, say, if you bought quant, if you kept on accumulating in these areas, it's a perfect time for us to sell. I mean, it's a bit too late because it dropped like to 174, like around 230, about 200, 210, 220 would have been a perfect sell area, and use that money to accumulate more Bitcoin, given that the Bitcoin is at a low level right now. Yeah, so I'm not going to get into all the altcoins, but we can look at Cardano. It's not looking really good at the moment, but if you can see, if you see the RSI, it's kind of, there's bullish divergence of the RSI. RSI is kind of going up when the price is going down. So that's bullish divergence. But it broke like a key support area, right? So it's how many 35. So if it's not gonna hold like 30 cents or so, it could easily drop to about like 20 cents or so, right? So we have to wait and see. It depends on what Bitcoin does. If Bitcoin pumps, perfect. Like, it'll probably recover and go a lot higher. But if someone wants to DCA, it's not a bad time to DCA even Cardano, right? For your portfolio. You can keep on adding some, like, whatever. Let's say you're gonna spend $1,000 on Cardano, you can buy $200-300 worth of Cardano right now. And if it drops, you can keep on accumulating for long term. Cardano could easily go back up to $3-4. It could retest this high, so it could go even higher to about like $4, $5, or $6 to $7. So this could happen during a full like blown bear market, right? So probably in 2024, 2025, or something like that. Yeah, so it's right now we cannot expect any short-term gains. Don't expect short-term gains, but if we get some, we'll take it, right? So wear your like long-term portfolio cap and then start adding for a portfolio. Yeah, so first week of November, this week, the coming week going to be really interesting. Like this, we probably see earnings for a lot of US companies. And first week of November will be interesting. Like 2nd of November, we'll probably get to know like how much the Federal Reserve going to increase interest rate. So that'll be probably in a week or two. Not long to go. Like it's been like over like close to a year, like full year. By first week of November, we have been in a bear market for a year, right? So that's actually, we spend enough time in a bear market. So it's time for us to see at least some sort of a pump for Bitcoin. And bottom is could be in, right? I hope so. And given that, as I mentioned at the start, given that everyone is bullish, everyone is bearish, the sentiment is really bad. Everyone's expecting a lot lower prices for the share market. We could see a pump back up to 30, or if we are lucky, up to like 40K. So don't go all in, don't stay all out, right? Go 50-50. Expect Bitcoin to pump a little bit. If that happens, we take some money out. So let's have like a long-term view for Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies right now, and then start accumulating for long term. Okay, so all the best. I'll talk to you in the next video. See ya.